Hi guys! So today I'm going to be doing a video that's a little bit different than my normal scrapbooking. Today we're going to be making fizzing bath salts, as you've probably seen on the title of the video. So I'm going to tell you what all you will need for this, and then we'll go ahead and get started. So first of all, you will need a cup of baking soda, half a cup of citric acid, and a quarter cup of cornstarch, 1 1/4 cups of Epsom salt, a teaspoon or 2 depending on what you're doing as far as flavoring. I'm going to be using 2 different flavors and mixing them together, so I'm going to do a teaspoon of each, or you could do 2 teaspoons of the one, whichever one you choose. And then you're going to need a tablespoon of olive oil. And I'm going to be adding a little bit of color to that, but there's not really an exact measurement to that. So I'm going to just kind of, you know, wing it with the color. So I've got Epsom salt is what I'm going to start with, and I bought mine at Walmart. You can buy it in a big like carton, kind of like a milk carton type thing, or a bag like this. It's really, really inexpensive. And Epsom salt is really good for your muscles. So if you're sore, if you're sick, if you're achy, things like that, this type of Epsom salt is just awesome for achy or sore muscles. So that's why I like to use it. You can use other types of salts like sea salt, like Dead Sea salt, things like that, but I really like the Epsom salt. I think it looks pretty, and it's also really good for your muscles. So I'm going to go ahead and add my 1 1/4 cups. And there's a few little chunks here you can see, and I'm just going to kind of break that up just to get rid of those. Okay, and then I'm going to add my cornstarch. Again, this is just something you can get at your local grocery store. And you just need a 1/4 cup. And I'm hoping I don't make a huge mess with this. I kind of tend to do that with powdered things. I'm horrible at pouring them, so I'm just going to kind of hope and pray that I don't make too big of a mess. Whoa. Okay. I think that was a little bit more than a 1/4 cup. It's okay. I didn't pack it down, so I think that'd probably be about right. Okay, and then baking soda, also something you can buy pretty much anywhere. And we need, let me look at my thing, a cup of baking soda. So I'm going to just dump that in here. I'm using Arm & Hammer baking soda. Going to take me a minute. I probably should have pre-measured this so you guys didn't have to watch me pour it all, but it's okay. This way you're going to get to see the process a little bit more. Okay, come on, baking soda. Okay, there we go. So there's our baking soda. And then we're going to add the citric acid. This you can buy online. I actually found mine at a health food store, and I was expecting it to be like in a box or a bag or something like that, kind of like the baking soda. But it comes in this little bottle, and it's a powder. You want to make sure you get the powder. And this is actually used a lot of times in preserving fruits. So, yeah. Let me see here. We need half a cup of citric acid, so I might be using this whole bottle. Or maybe not quite. I'm not sure. And this bottle was about, yeah, I'm just going to use the whole thing. So it's a little tiny bit less than a half a cup in this bottle. But I paid $4.99 for this bottle. So you might be able to get it cheaper online. I didn't want to wait and order it online because I already had to order a few other things, so I just found it at the health food store. Okay, so now we've got all our dry ingredients, and I'm going to mix all of this up. It's going to look really weird at first, and you're going to think that I'm crazy for putting this in my bath. You can use gloves if you want. I just washed my hands. I only have latex gloves. It's like smoky in here. I only had latex gloves, and I'm giving this as a gift, so I'm not... You can never be too careful, you know, when you're giving this to people. When using latex, a lot of people are allergic to latex, so you can never be too careful. But if it's for yourself and you know you're not allergic to it, then go ahead. Okay, then I'm going to set this aside for a minute, and we're going to get our olive oil, and we only need a tablespoon of this. Let me get it open here. Fresh bottle. Okay, so we need a tablespoon of this, and I'm going to pour it in this little thing first, this little measuring cup. And I'm using a colorant. This I got from coastalscents.com, and this is the teal color. This is actually can be used in icing as well, but it's not like a normal food coloring. You don't really want to use regular food coloring with your bath salts because it can stain you and or your tub. So this stuff is a gel colorant, and I'm just going to get a teaspoon of it. If I can even get my spoon in there. My spoon doesn't want to go in. Okay, I'm going to try and get this out here. It comes out kind of like molasses. It's pretty slow. But I'm not quite sure. I know this stuff is really super strong, so I don't want to put too much in quite yet. And I'm just going to mix this around. I just want to get this mixed in with the olive oil just so it spreads a little bit more. It's not going to really, you know, obviously oil isn't really going to mix very well with anything, but I just wanted to kind of put it in there for now. Okay, and I'm also going to put in my flavorings, or my smells, I guess. They're not really flavors. I have buttercream, and warm vanilla sugar. I got both of these from coastalscents.com also. And I'm going to put a teaspoon of each. Now this little thing right here is a half a teaspoon, so I'm going to put two. I'm actually going to put these right in there. Okay, so that was my buttercream. Super, super yummy. Really smells like vanilla cupcake frosting, buttercream frosting right now. It's really super yummy. Okay, and then I'm going to pour this in, and actually that didn't even work at all how I planned. I'm trying this out for the first time with you guys, so you guys get to see all my mistakes. I think I'm going to put a little more coloring in there, just another little drop, and we'll see how that goes. Okay, I'm just going to get my hands in here and start mixing it up. Now it's going to clump together. Obviously you're going to have to really work out all of the clumps and get that color and the oil and the fragrance all mixed in really well. And depending on the color that you are wanting, you may add more or less coloring. I'll probably add more. I really want a good vibrant color, but this just smells awesome. I just want to eat it. Maybe I didn't pick a good flavor for a bath because you're going to want to sit there and eat cupcakes in your bath. But. Okay, I really like that. It's a good consistency. It kind of sticks together a little bit like very damp sand. It's not too super sticky. If you want to add a little bit more olive oil, you can. But because it's a bath salt, I'm going to kind of leave it that way. I want it to be salty. I don't want it to be too sandy. And all of this is going to dissolve in your bath. And it's going to be so, so yummy. And I wanted to explain to you the reason for the citric acid is to make it fizzy. So if you don't want it to be fizzy, you don't have to add that. But I really wanted the fizziness. So you can kind of see it looks really cool. It looks really pretty. It's very light and kind of fluffy-ish, but not. I think I'm going to add a little bit more color. I want mine to be really, really colorful. Super pretty. Okay, so now that we've got all of that mixed in really well, I like the color. It still looks kind of white on the video, but it's nice blue color. And I'm going to show you how it works. Okay? So I've got here a glass of water, and I'm just going to get a tiny little bit because I don't want it to overflow on my table because I am not prepared for this. Okay, so I'm just going to drop a little bit in there. Maybe I should have added a little bit more. But this is what it's going to do in your bath, and obviously you'll put more than what I just put in there. So it's going to fizz in your bath. It's going to smell amazing. It's going to turn your water a little bit blue, but don't worry, it will, you know, it's not going to make you blue or your tub blue. But yeah, isn't that so super cool? Love it. Little fizzy lifting drinks here. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial, and I will be right back to show you how I'm going to package this up. I'm going to clean off my desk and get everything cleaned up, and then I'll be back to show you how I'm going to package this to give this or sell this. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I just wanted to share with you really quick how I decorate my bath salts. And I just put some stuff on there, and it's wet, so I don't want to mess it up. So I'll show you this one. This is just a little jar that I found for about $2 at Walmart. They're really super cute and a great size because you don't need a ton of these for each bath, so it gives you quite a bit in there, and I could actually pack it even more than I already have. But I filled 2 of these, and then I've still got quite a bit left. This is a big gallon bag. And I've still got enough to fill probably at least 1 more jar, if not more. So I did that. I tied a ribbon around here. You can see a little green polka dot ribbon, and then I had this kind of sparkly, I don't know what it's called. It's called sparkle yarn. And I just liked the sparkliness of it. I thought it was cute. So I tied some of that around there, and I made this little tag. I used a stamp set from the greeting farm called Me Time Anya. This is what the package looks like. So it's got her in the little tub. And I colored her in with Prismacolor colored pencils. And I don't know if you can see. You can kind of see the dimension there on the bubbles. I used a pearl pen by Viva Decor. There's a couple companies that have like pearl pens, or liquid pearls is another name for them, and this one is cream colored, but you can see that the bubbles are dimensional and it really looks like bubbles. So I did that, and then I will carefully show you on the back. I stamped Pamper Yourself, which is also from that stamp set. And if you wanted to, you could put either the name or the ingredients of your bath salts if you wanted to. Which, if you're going to be selling them, it might be a good idea to put the ingredients just in case for allergy purposes and things like that. But you could just write the name of it or whatever you wanted to do on the back, or write a little note to the person that you're giving it to. So I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will talk to you later. Bye!